for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll look to throw. He's able to find Wallace. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. On 1st down, here's Breida. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
Let him know. Let him know.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
He'll look to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the Titans 1st down.
On first down, Hubbard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to throw. Love. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
I'm coming after you. 55 my guy, 55. It's just me and you. It's just me.
On fourth down, Love. This will be caught by Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
First down, Titans.
Crunch time, defense.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw on second down. Love. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. So that'll back them up 5.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points. This is taken at the 3.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. It's caught. Humphreys. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Hubbard. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. From the gun on 3rd down, Love. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
You got him.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On the handoff, this is Breida. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Kill.
49, check 49.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give to Breida. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. These babies cry all the way back home.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hubbard. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Hubbard, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it here. The open man is Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah. After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
He'll get 3 up to midfield. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Humphries. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good edge steam going.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd and 3. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. To throw on 2nd down. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Love.
Bro, what in the...
He's got a man. That's Hubbard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hubbard. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the set. Watching you grind. 64.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right.
On 1st down, Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D.
Now a give, right side. Hubbard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Dolphins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They run again with Breida. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. And an alley to run. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
A pitch out to Breida. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, 44 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On second down now, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra
Derrick Henry all alone. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.